Hello everyone, I am Patricia with Southern Grace and Beauty, as you can already see, already knew, blah blah blah. That's me, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be doing this look right here, and this is inspired more along the lines of 1950s, vintage. It's very classic, it's very timeless, you can change it up with whatever color you want to use. I just kind of went with more of the classic style, like the pin-up, you know, things like that. And I want to start doing like the era series, where I do like stuff from like 1950s here, maybe something from the 90s, something from the 80s. Kind of let me know what you would like to see, or if you don't want to see that. This video was quite a challenge. It's just a little scary at moments, but I think you'll enjoy it. You'll get a laugh out of it. I certainly did. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Let me know again what you want to see, and so stay tuned if you want to see how I got this look. Bye. So as always, I'm going to be starting out with my primer here, if it will focus. This is my Almay color correcting primer. Well, I thought I was set up, but maybe I'm not. Keep having to move things around. And please, please ignore this monstrosity of a hairdo. I just wanted my hair out of my face. I'm gonna just rub that in. And just a forewarning, we have a hurricane, not really in my backyard per se, but it's pretty darn close. So if you hear the wind blowing or anything like that, just kind of ignore it. Ignore Dorian. He's being a little turd right now. So I'm going to be starting out with my eyes as always, and I'm not sure what's going on with my skin here, but okay. But anyways, I'm going to be using some products that are like vintage style, kind of keeping along with the theme of the 1950s. CoverGirl, I believe Rimmel is in that category. There's something else in here in my collection that's about that old too, but if it comes to me, I'll let you know. But that Almay primer, Almay is, I believe, that old too. But I'm kind of going more, like I said in the intro, I wanted to go more classic, timeless, 1950s. Let's zoom you in. I'm just priming my eyes with the Essence primer that I really like. Looks like that. Rub that in. Rub it in. Blend it out. Wow. Rub it in, blend it out, whatever you want to call it. And if you hear any racket in the background here in just a little bit, that's just my family being loud. I apologize if my camera is a little lopsided. I was in a hurry trying to get it attached to the ring light. Now I'm going to set it with my CoverGirl base powder. I'm going to try to go for more of a matte look today if I can help it. A little bit of shimmer won't kill anything, but I'm gonna go for matte. I don't think they were too much into the shimmer highlighty thing back in the 50s. I have blue eyeshadow on this brush. That's cool. We can cover it up with my white eyeshadow here in just a minute. I'm just setting everything down so it don't crease. And I just realized I'm actually mumbling and rambling instead of actually talking to you guys, so such is my life. Alright, now I'm going to be taking my CoverGirl eyeshadow. It's a single eyeshadow in the shade whatever you can make out of that. I don't know this shade. Oh, it's on the front. French Vanilla, oh my word. That's what it looks like there. And I'm going to take my finger and just run it all over my lid. It's going to act more of like a really bright white base. They didn't have a whole lot going on with the eyes, so I want to make sure that I've got a nice clean bright base to work with. And I'm hoping this actually works out with what I'm wanting to do. I have attempted in the past to do a wing liner on camera, and with the shape of my eyes it's very, very difficult. So when it comes time for that, please be patient. Please, please, please be patient. Now next I'm going to be going into another CoverGirl palette, and this is in the shade, look on the front, Smoke Alarm. Some pretty cool tone neutrals here. I'm not going to be going for a stark black because I feel like that's going to be too harsh, but we're going to see what we can do here. Now let's see if I can find the brush that I was going to use. I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush like that, and I'm going to go in first. I'm going to kind of build up a little bit, going with that center shade right there to a very light gray, and take it in the crease. Now I have actually never used this palette before, so it's more of like a first impressions kind of thing, and you're not really going to see much because the shade is so dark. But from what I can see here, the shade dark, shade is so light, but from what I can see here, it's pretty darn good. I mean, nothing wowing me, because I mean, there's hardly anything there. As far as, I mean, the pigment's there, but as far as like the actual color. Alright. Now I'm going to take this tiny little pencil brush right here. I believe this one's from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to take that shade right there next to it that is broken. I'm going to look directly into my camera. Oh, directly into the camera, directly into the mirror. And again, their looks back in the 50s were very subtle, so this isn't going to be some big magnificent look, so don't expect anything too outrageous. And I feel like the 50s were kind of like where the whole cut crease thing kind of originated from. Don't hold me to it, but I feel like that's where it came from. So I'm going to do a soft cut crease here. Like I said, very soft, very subtle. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit towards my brow, since my eyes are so hooded. I want to be able to see some of that color. And we're going to deepen it up here in just a minute. Now, a lot of people interpret different looks different ways, like as far as like the eras and stuff. For me, this is what I saw when I looked up 1950s makeup on Pinterest. I saw very subtle eyes, a winged liner, bright red lip, matte face. That's what I'm going for, and that's how I interpreted it. Alright, so now we're going to deepen it up just a little bit, like right here in the outer corner. And take the darkest gray right there. I'm going to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a mess. That's what I'm going to do. I just made an even bigger mess. Okay, what was I going to do? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of tape, a little bit of Scotch tape, and put that like on the very outer edges of my eyes. That way I can have a nice sharp line. I hope this comes out halfway even. Alrighty, now we can move along. Again, I'm going to take that darker gray color. I'm going to scooch it along towards that tape. It's going to give us a nice crisp line. And it'll give us sort of a guide for when I do my winged liner. I was kind of hoping this palette would give me a little bit more to work with as far as pigment. And it's okay, but I have definitely worked with better. And I turned the brightness down so you can kind of see what I'm doing better. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go in with my original palette, 88 original palette by Coastal Scents. I'm gonna go in with the black. I mean, I thought I wasn't gonna have to go in with the black, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. I need to give myself a better guide for my wing. And if anybody is out there that has any tips on doing a winged liner, please, please, please feel free to comment if you like winged liner for hooded eyes. If you've got any tips or suggestions, please, please, please let me know. So here comes the moment that could either make or break this look, and I have a feeling this isn't going to come out very even at all. Oh well, it'll be alright. It's just makeup. So I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner, and this is my Palladio liner, and a lot of people talk about what the brush looks like. I can't tell the difference between a felt tip and a brush tip. So that's what the tip looks like. I'm gonna start doing my wing. So I'm probably going to do this off camera, so that way I can, you know, concentrate. So I will be right back. Alright, so now that I am back, I fixed the camera, it's not so lopsided anymore, and this is what I came up with wings. This side right here is about as good as it's going to get, and the more that I fix it, the more of a mess I'm going to make, so I'm going to leave it alone. So this, I know it looks really ridiculous right now, but moving on. Alright, so we've already primed and everything, so I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation. And honestly, with this stuff, it goes a very, very long way. I'm going to be using my Rimmel Lasting Finish. Rimmel Lasting Finish 24-hour foundation. I believe I'm in the shade Light Ivory. Even that right there is far too much for this foundation. It is very matte, very full coverage. And I'm kind of going for, I know the average everyday woman in 1950s probably didn't do a whole lot of makeup unless they were a makeup artist or in beauty school or had their own beauty salon like my grandmother did. But I figured, okay, full coverage, I could go for more of like that glam Hollywood kind of thing where all this started. I apologize for background noise. That is something, whoops, something I cannot control. I've built this up just a little bit more. And full coverage means it will cover up any mistakes I made with that eyeliner. And I know for a fact that that is far too much for my forehead. That's going to be a crazy mess by the end of this video, I just know it. Cause, I mean, you gotta really be careful with this particular foundation. If you put on too much, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it right off the bat, because you're gonna feel it, and you're gonna see it. I mean, I'm looking like Casper the Ghost here. Like already I can tell. I don't know if you can tell on cam. On cam, wow, sounding so professional right now. But on camera, you can already see the lines, you can see my pores. I mean, that's what happens when you put too much of this particular foundation on. I love it. I love this foundation, but you really gotta be careful with it. It's gonna be heck trying to take off because it's so heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go wipe this off. I'll be right back. I am back. What was that? So, oh dear, I forgot to do my mascara. I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I could attempt to curl my lashes. It's very hard to when I've already got my base on. It always gets in my foundation, like this part right here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I move into my brows. Alrighty. Gonna use Maybelline. That is another vintage brand. I would use my Essence Southern Draw there. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Falsies mascara, Falsies Express. I was gonna use my Essence one, but that's too new of a brand for this video. Honestly, I'm unsure whether they actually did false lashes back then. I'm sure they did, but since your girl can't put them on and she doesn't look good in them, we're sticking with mascara. What are you doing? Got a bit of a clump there. This video is turning into a hot mess. Wow. Okay. Probably should have kept that makeup wipe. Okay. Let's do the other eye. Okay. That mascara. That came from that one little clump. That one little clump. I'll be right back again. I'm back again for the second time. Let's make it the last time. For this particular video anyways. I'm going to sit with my CoverGirl powder. Just going to take a large fluffy brush. So, make for a smooth face for my blush. And I don't think concealer was really that big on the scene just yet, so that's why I didn't do it. I'm sure they brought the foundation up under their eyes. I probably should have done some concealer for photography's sake. But if it looks that bad in photos, I'll just use a little bit of editing. I like the look of editing, but sometimes I feel like it's too artificial. I don't know why I brought that powder down here. Wow. So I'm going to go in with my Glamorous Blush Palette by BH Cosmetics. This one's a newer brand, but I didn't really have anything as far as blush, anything that old. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to go in and mix this bright pink one right there with the red right there. That red looks more red in the pan. It's not quite as pinky toned in person. But I do notice in their photos from the 1950s, like Hollywood style, they went ham on the blush. So not that ham. Not that ham. Not that ham. How about we mix that without the shedding? It's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Again, this video is turning into a hot mess. These blushes are ridiculously pigmented. You only need a little bit. And here I am looking like a clown from the 1950s. Vintage clown. Maybe that's what that should be what I should, that should be what I named this video. Vintage clown. Halloween idea, anybody? Alright, let's fix this monstrosity before it gets worse. Again. Let's see. Big brush. Let's make the clown face while we're at it. I mean, it doesn't look that bad on the camera now, but in person, it's a little, it's borderline clownish, I will say. That's how pigmented those things are. So I'm not really going to do any bronzer. They didn't really do bronzer in the 50s, I don't believe. So we're going to move on to the brows. I'm going to be taking my NYX. That was a little over dramatic. Let's try that again. I'm going to be taking my NYX micro brow pencil and I'm gonna brush my brows out. Now, they didn't really do anything special with their brows. I think some of the brow icons back then, I think Elizabeth Taylor had some pretty good ones. But I'm not very good with my brows, so I'm just going to fill them in like I normally would. Maybe just a little bit bolder to match the boldness of the ridiculous looking eyeliner. Let's match the ridiculous looking eyeliner with ridiculous looking brows. Such is my life. And it really doesn't help much that there is a very loud bird outside. Let's see if we can salvage this brow. Oh no, we can't salvage that. What am I calling? This video is a hot mess, you guys. This is a hot mess. Oh my goodness. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna work on the other one and see if we can make it look halfway normal. I mean, people in the 50s were halfway normal comparatively. So let's see if we can do something with these not so normal brows. Hello everyone. This is a tutorial where I show you how to do ridiculous looking eyeliner, ridiculous looking blush, and ridiculous looking eyebrows. I hope editing is friendly. I really hope my editing game is friendly today, because I feel like I should just stop this entire video and redo it. I have no like this brow looks more 50s. This one, I don't know what era he's in. Let's try to salvage this, please. I'd like to be able to post this. Oh my gosh, this is nerve-wracking. I hate doing my brows for this very reason. I despise doing my brows. Please tell me there are other people out there besides me who hate doing their brows. Because right now, really hate doing my brows. Gonna try to blend that out just a little bit with spoolie. I think I spent more time on my brows in this entire video than I did on my eyeliner. And that says something. That says that I am better at doing a winged liner, and I suck at winged liner. I'm better at doing winged liner than I am doing my eyebrows. I just looked in the big mirror over here. I look ridiculous. I look caked up and ridiculous right now. I hope I can salvage this. Maybe I'm too overcritical of myself right now. I don't know. I like for my makeup to look halfway decent. But maybe you guys like this. I don't know. Please tell me if you like this, because I would love to do it again. Actually, with the blush going on right now in person, I'll tell you how ridiculously pigmented this is. It makes me look like somebody from those paintings from the 1790s, where they've got the blush piled on and the white mask and the big tall hair and the giant dresses that can barely fit through a door. Alright, I think that's probably as good as my brows are gonna get. And I'll actually fix them before I do photography and stuff for Instagram. Okay, now that the disaster hopefully is over with, it is time for the lips, which is going to actually be my favorite part, because I love a bold, bright lip with minimal eye makeup. It'll probably look absolutely ridiculous with the blush going on, but we'll see, and if it doesn't work, we'll adjust it. If it's just makeup, I can wipe it right off and start over if I must. So, I'm going to take a red lip liner. This is from a random drugstore brand. I think it's like an offshoot of Wet n Wild. It's called Marquin's. And I'm just gonna not talk while I'm doing a lip liner. Do you guys struggle with the whole butthole lip thing? Like, especially with bold colors, like color will not stick here. There's only one lipstick that has ever been able to stick there, that particular formula, and that was my MAC Twig. It's like a satin finish. That is the only formula that has ever been able to stick to my entire lip. Okie dokes. I'm gonna do my Revlon, which is another vintage brand. This is my Revlon lipstick. It's in the Super Lustrous Lipstick Cream line. And it is in the shade Love That Red. I've used this before in a video, but years and years ago. And it's still going strong. I'm going to hopefully do better with application this time than I did the other day when I was practicing. Now the finishing touch, I about forgot about this. I need to go back into my eyes, so I'm going to be taking a white eyeliner. This is just a pure white eyeliner by Wet n Wild. This is their Color Icon Rich Defining Color in the shade something. It has been completely worn off. So I'm going to take, without poking myself in the eye, excuse me while I go off camera again. Alright, so as you can see, it kind of opened the bottoms of my eyes just a little bit. I'm going to take that same pencil brush that I used earlier, and I'm going to take that black that I used earlier from my original palette, or the 88 original palette. I need to learn I need to learn how to say the whole thing. I'm going to run it just under my my waterline where I put that white eyeliner. And I'm just going to, I took it on my lower lash line and blended it in just a little bit with the wing. Alright, so that is my 1950s vintage classic look, whatever you want to call it. I think it turned out halfway decent after all of that craziness. I'm not very good with hairstyles, but I would try to do the some of the 50s styles if I could. But I do know some people had really nice curls, really nice waves. So yeah, I think it turned out fairly decent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit of a disaster, but it came out in the end. I think the lipstick kind of pulled it all together, kind of balanced everything out. But if you want to see more of like these era inspired videos, please let me know. I was thinking of doing something along the lines of 90s. Fall is coming, so I feel like the 90s look is perfect for the fall. Maybe something like in the 80s, 1980s. I love the colors associated with the 1980s. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I will see you guys very soon. Still don't know what this is. I do it in every video. But anyways, there I go again. Maybe I'm trying to do that little ASMR thing. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and sharing and subscribing, whatever you do. I'm sending all the love, and for those of you in the path of Dorian or have already been in the path of Dorian, I wish you luck, I wish you well, and I hope you're all okay. So I will see you guys later. Bye.